welcome to my channel Nars Vlogs. After watching this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. And please don't forget to click the icon bell so that you will be updated with my upcoming videos. For today's video, I'll be teaching you how to multiply decimal number by another decimal number. In order for you to understand it better, I'll be giving you some examples. What if we are multiplying 4.5 times 1.3? So if you try to notice, both numbers there are decimal numbers. So it would be easier for you to multiply a decimal number by another decimal number if we will convert them into a whole number first. And we can convert them into a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right. So in 4.5, we can make it into a whole number by moving it here. So that means it will become 45, and we only move one place. And for 1.3, we also move one place to the right, and it will become 13. And you take note the number of places that you move it to the right, because later on, after you multiply, we will be moving those numbers to the left because we have to return it back to the original position. So there we can already multiply 45 and 13. So we have 3 times 5 because we will start with the ones place. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 4, 12 plus 1, that's 13. Next, tens place. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. And after that one, you just have to add it. So 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. 1 plus 4 is 5. So when you multiply 45 and 13, you will get 585. But take note that we move one place for 4.5 and one place for 1.3. So you just have to add that one. 1 plus 1, that's 2. So that means from here, from our answer, we will move 2 places to the left, because earlier we moved it to the right to make it into a whole number. So this time we will move it to the left to go back to its original position. So therefore, we move it to the left twice. 1, 2. So instead of 585, the product of 4.5 and 1.3 is 5.85. Next example is what if we are multiplying 5.25 times 1.4. So if you try to notice, both numbers there are decimal numbers. So we have to make it into a whole number by moving the decimal point to the right. So for 5.25, we move 2 places to the right to make it into a whole number. So our 5.25 will become now 525, and you have to take note that we move 2 places to the right. And for 1.4, make it into a whole number first, you move it to the right. So this will become 14, and we only move 1 place to the right. It's very important for you to know how many places did you move both numbers there, because you have to add those numbers, and that will tell you how many numbers you're going to move to the left later on. So now let's multiply 525 times 14. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 1, it's 21. Then let's move on to the tens place. 1 times 5 is 5. So since we are multiplying in the tens place, you also have to put it on the tens place. Do not put it here on the ones place. So 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 5 is 5. So you just have to add those numbers there. So you have 0, 5, 3, and 7. So that means when you multiply 525 times 14, the product is 7,350. But take note the number of places that we move the decimal point. So 2 plus 1, that's 3. That means from our answer here, we will move it 3 places to the left. So 1, 2, 3. So therefore, the final product of 5.25 and 1.4 is 7.350, or it's just the same as 7.35. And for my final example, what if you are multiplying 2.26 times 4.18? So that's decimal numbers 2.26 and 4.18. So the best thing that we can do here is to make them into a whole number first, because it will be easier for you to make it into a whole number. So move the decimal point in 2.26 to the right. You move it 1, 2 places. So 2.26 is now 226. And take note that we move 2 places to the right. And for 4.18, still move 2 places to the right. So this will become 418. And we move 2 places to the right. So after that one, just proceed to multiplication. This is quite long, so you have to pay attention and be very careful in multiplying. So we'll start first with the ones place. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4 is 20. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 2 is 18. So this time we will start with the tens place. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2, and 1 times 2 is 2. And this time we still have a hundreds place rather. So we also put it here in the hundreds place. So 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 2 is 10. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Then just add everything here. So we have 8. 0 plus 6, 6. 8 plus 2, 10, plus 4, 14, 1 plus 1, 2 plus 2, 4, and 9. And take note that we move 2 places for 2.26 and 2 places for 4.18. So 2 plus 2, that's 4. So from our final answer, we move 4 places going to the left. So from here, we move 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means the product of 2.26 and 4.18 is 9.4468. So that's it. That's how you multiply decimal number by another decimal number. So I do hope you learned something from this math tutorial video, and I'll see you again next time.